Hello everyone, hope you all practice speaking English every day. Today's topic will help you answering how often questions using frequency adverbs. For example, if I ask you, how often do you go to restaurants? And you answer, I sometimes go to restaurants. So here, sometimes is a frequency adverb which answers how often you do something. So let's get to know more about it. There are 4 frequency adverbs given, and I have already matched them for you. Now first is always, which is matched to this clock, which is completely filled with red color. That shows you do something always, means every day. For instance, I always wake up early. It means you never oversleep. Next is usually. And look at the clock says you do something almost every day. Like, I usually go for a walk. After that, sometimes. And the clock say you do something once in a while or occasionally. Such as, I sometimes play badminton. Now, never. And it says not at all. I never drink tea. So basically, this clock tells that how often does something happen. Let's do a little more practice on the same. If the question is, how often do you go to school? And the answer can be, I always go to school. So here are some more examples given. I always walk to school. Ria usually rides her bike to school. He sometimes goes late to school. Or she never eats fish. So now it's your turn to tell yourself that what is something that you always do, or you sometimes do, or you never do. Let's go ahead. This reading can give us more ideas about using these adverbs in our everyday life. Ben always rides his bike to school and never walks. But Wendy usually rides her bike to school and sometimes walks or takes the bus. So can you tell me how often do you go to school? Now it's time to ask you the questions and try to answer them. But you need to look at these boxes which tells how often something is happening. We can also call it frequency bar. So the question is, what does he do on the weekend? Because the frequency bar says usually. So the answer can be, he usually practices piano on the weekend. Now, what does she do on the weekend? Use never when you answer this. Here, what does she do on the weekend? Now you need to decide which frequency adverb you need to be used here. And lastly, what does he do on the weekend? You can use always to answer. Now it's time to answer the following questions. You can take the help from your parents. They will ask you these questions and try to answer them.